but what did you think he saw? What are some of the things you were doing that you thought your father was so sure that she should, go into boxing?
I used to love football, and I think that was one of the reasons why I went to Datus in the first place, because they had a good football academy. But, I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but the football really didn't, the reason why I went to the school, it was, it wasn't like that.
Right.
I didn't get no football training or anything. I just focused on school. That was just it. And then, so when I went to England now, I got into a few activities, after school activities. Cadet was one of them. Football was one of them. And every time my dad would come and, watch me play, when we had a match on the weekends, I was like, Isaac, this football, I'm not too sure. You're too strong on the field, and why don't we do boxing? I can teach you myself or train you, My father...
That's how he sounds. That's the impression of your father.
So it was, so it was just that gradual trying to break my mind into me wanting to now be like, no, I don't know do boxing. And then it just started now. It was more or less like, oh, you are scared. You're scared you're going to get beat. You're not strong, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I'm not going to do boxing, just football. And I think it was, probably around November-ish. One day, I don't know, I think I had enough of him, everything that he used to say and stuff. So one day I woke up in the morning. For some reason, I said, you know what? I'll do boxing. I'll do it to prove to you that I'm not scared. And that was it. He was like, okay, if that's the case, go and run around the park. I think he had me do 5 laps or 10 laps around the park. There was a park right opposite where we lived in Kennington. And then, it was so cold. When I came back home, my fingers were freezing. And I went to him, looked him in the eye and said, you know what? Yeah, I did it. I did the laps, So what? What next?
I'm ready. Okay.
So it just picked up from there. So now every time I'll go to school, after school, like you wake up very early in the morning to train, like probably like 4 or 5 a.m. to train before I go to school. When I come back from school, I do what I need to do and then back to training again. So we train in the parks for like probably 7 months, before actually joining a boxing gym. And at the time too, it's like every time was like really consistent, very, very consistent. And then, that was it. My first year of me joining the boxing gym, I won the first junior national title for the gym.
Interesting.
And, which was really a blessing.